Hi, I'm the Foxed One, and today I want to talk about actionable items. Actionable items are something you can do that will affect real change in your life. They're different than SMART goals. It's like a concrete goal, it's measurable, it's time-based, it's reasonable, and it's specific. And so an actionable item would be something more of those kind of like esoteric words like integrity or charisma, something that not quite as concrete. So if I wanted to move through this world with more integrity, what are some actionable items that I can do? Well, first of all, what is integrity? That's doing what you say you're going to do. One of the things that I do as an actionable item is I make my bed every day. That's a small actionable item that I can take to work towards it. Now, something you could do in the world abroad for integrity, never saying yes or no to an invitation until you've had a moment to think about it. So if somebody invites you to do something or go somewhere, answer with, "That's really awesome. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm just going to take an hour. I'm just going to take a day to think about it and I'll get back to you." And what that's going to do is it's going to buy you some time to really reflect and know if you want to do the thing that's being asked of you. When you do come back with an answer, it's the right answer for you, right? That might be, "No, I don't want to go," or "Yes, I do want to go." That small change of not answering in the moment will feed into that goal of having more integrity, because you're going to do what you say you're going to do and you're going to stick with that no matter what. So build in small actionable items that will help you stick to these and work towards these attributes that you want. If you were working on charisma, I have a great example for this one. I want to be more charismatic. I want to have more charisma as I move through this world and this life. One of the things when I go to business meetings, I'm an introvert and I am a loner and I am a little awkward and I get anxiety and that sort of thing. So when I go to business meetings, I would find myself just waiting to go. So as soon as it would be kind of that social time where the meeting's over and everyone's going to mingle and maybe just, talk for half an hour and a half, that sort of thing, I would just beeline to the door, beeline to my hotel room, whatever the case may be, be happy to get out of there and get into my jammies and, read my book or watch some YouTube or whatever. So what I set for myself was, and how am I going to work on charisma if I'm jetting out every 2 seconds, right? Charisma is somebody that has a magnetic personality that other people are drawn to, like a moth to a flame. So to work on charisma, what I did was set myself a small actionable item, which was talking to 3 people before I could leave the room. By setting that as my actionable item to work on charisma, as I walked into these rooms, now I'm looking for opportunities to talk to people that I don't know and approaching people, because as soon as I can talk to 3 people, then I can go, right? It opens you up because you're walking into these rooms looking for these opportunities to connect with people, and that's really engaging and that's really welcoming. And so many people love feeling welcomed. That is a small actionable item that I had to take to start getting myself out there and getting used to kind of that small talk and really practicing on these people, because I had this golden opportunity to practice some of these skills where maybe my body language, maybe the way I'm approaching them or making eye contact or whatever is helping me be more charismatic in my everyday life. Yeah, actionable items, I think for me, are a lot more inspiring, they're a lot more engaging, and they're a little more interesting than setting goals. Goals tend to be a little more black and white. How many times have you gone to a meeting, you have all these great ideas and you're talking, "Oh yeah, we should do this or we should do that," and a lot of great things get said in meetings. If you don't create an actionable item around some of these great ideas that you have, nothing will ever come of them. You will never change. I mean, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Really finding the actions you can take in your own life to affect real change is going to have the biggest impact on the trajectory of your life. So I challenge you to find an actionable item today that could have lasting changes. And so if I had to think of an actionable item that I wanted to do, so one skill that I would like to work on is to be a better listener. Because as humans, we do have the tendency to jump into other people's stories and we want to share our own experience. That can be off-putting for the person trying to share their experience. If I want to be a better listener, then when someone is sharing a story with me, I challenge myself to maybe repeat one thing back about their story before I can share anything about myself. So if they're sharing, something funny that happened to them at the grocery store, I can mirror something back along the lines of, "Wow, that's so funny. Were you embarrassed when that happened? Or did you laugh it off? Or how did you feel afterwards?" Something that is a question or a comment about the story that they've just shared before I'm allowed to share anything of my own. So that would show them that I'm engaged, that I'm listening, that I want to know more, instead of just jumping in and waiting for my turn to talk. So that could be a small actionable item that I could take to be a better listener, that if somebody's sharing something, I have have to comment back on what they've shared or ask them a question about their story before I'm allowed to share one of my own. So you're going to become a better listener because you're more engaged, right? I don't get to say anything, I don't get to share anything until I have engaged in their story. And so that's something that would help me become a better listener and just give me some practice at it. So it's finding little actionable items like that I find really inspiring and that get me really fired up to try something different and really think kind of outside the box on what it really means to be a better listener, or what it really means to have integrity, or what it really looks like to be charismatic. I think actionable items are the path forward for that. I think it's small little changes that you make, and I do challenge you to find an actionable item in your everyday life, a behavior change that you can make that is an attribute that you've wanted to work on. Make an actionable item and let me know what you are struggling with or what you're working on, and maybe in the comments we can all help each other find different actionable items that are just really fun and inspiring and engaging, just a little outside the box with Fox. So anyways, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.